How's everybody doing? Everybody good? Am I supposed to do this again? Yes. No. Okay. That was my good foot. That was my good foot. That was my good foot.
So, how you feeling? How's rehab coming?
Going well. Going well. It's coming along. I feel like I'm right on cue where I'm supposed to be at this point. Moving around, doing everything. So just taking it a day at a time. It's a monotonous thing of every day. Feels like you're doing the same thing over and over. And, but I feel like I'm in a good place right now.
Saw a lot of Tatum's posts early in his recovery. It was very hard for him mentally. Was it challenging for you? How did you kind of get through those early days?
Yeah, of course. This summer's been, I don't want to say awful, because I have a good life and, I'm in a good position in life, but it's just been a drag, just trying to keep myself busy, keep my mental busy as best I can, because it's been hard. It's been hard. I mean, the season I got hurt in Game 7. Everybody left Indy the next day. I had surgery in New York the next day. So by the time I got back, everybody was gone. So, I didn't get to see any of my teammates really or hang out with anybody. So I've really just been in my house, just me and my fiance and my family. So it's been hard, but I've just been trying to keep myself busy with, I've had a lot of people come and visit me over the last couple of months, which has been amazing, and trying to keep myself busy, go to fever games, just do stuff around town as best I can. But yeah, summer's been a drag, so it's been nice to have the guys back and have that banter and just be able to hang out with them. So definitely thankful for the village around me.
Not being able to play this season, what do you hope you can get out of it? Whether that's something you can observe, something you can gain from being around this team. Is there anything you've thought about that you hope to still get out of it?
Well, I think whenever you don't get to play, you get a new perspective on things. I think there's always time to learn and grow, and I think that for me this year, not being able to play, I feel like I'm going to be able to see the game in a different way, potentially see it more from a coaching perspective where I don't always see eye to eye with with our coaching staff and what they're seeing. So I look forward to being able to digest the game without playing, for a full year. I think that's going to be different for me, but I think being able to still be in the locker room with the guys and see and hear what they're seeing, but also be able to be sitting there with the coaches on the bench and hear what they're seeing and kind of be the bridge between that. So I look forward to it. I think it's going to be an exciting year for our group. We got a lot of different guys coming into new roles and a lot of different guys growing in different areas. So definitely look forward to the year, what the year is going to look like.
I guess, Ty, to stay on that, what is your plan as far as being in the locker room, all that kind of stuff? And do you plan on making all the road trips? Like, how is this going to work in with your continued rehab? And do you have a plan for how that's going to go so far?
I wouldn't say there's necessarily a plan right now. I would say it just goes off of, what's going on that day. I think as the year goes on and my rehab and physical treatment, my physical condition get better, if they're on like a one-game trip or something, it might be better for me to stay here and just work out here. But I plan on traveling as much as I can. Plan on going to the preseason games on the road. I think just trying to keep a sense of normalcy as much as I can. There's going to be times where I don't want to leave the house. There's going to be times where I need to get out of the house. And I think that our organization has done a great job of continued conversation with me and allowing me that freedom mentally and allowing me to really just read off of how I feel and what's going on. So I feel like it'll just be a read and react as the year goes on, but I want to be there as much as I can. But definitely just reading how my body's feeling and, whether it's a necessary trip to be making.
You talked about just how nice it is to have the guys coming back, I guess. You talked about the season and everybody moves on. At least, at that point, there's no games being played without you. I guess, how are you sort of preparing yourself for that mentally? Is that starting to hit a little bit that the guys are coming back and they're doing stuff that you don't get to be a part of this time?
Yeah, I think so. But I try to be as involved as I can. You know what I mean? I get here earlier than usual so I can finish all my work, so I can be there for all the on-court stuff and walk around as much as I can. I can't really rebound, but I can pass. So just trying to figure out how I can fit in and do different things. I want to still feel involved and still feel like I don't want guys to feel like I'm not there, not part of the team. My mom made a joke the other day that because they took a disabled player exception that I'm not part of the team anymore. So just trying to stay involved as much as I can is important for me.
You talked a little about the coaching part. What do you feel like? I know this is a question we already asked him, but I'm still interested in your thoughts of it. Like, how do you think this team has to sort of maintain the standards that it's done, or play the way it has, and how do you think it's going to need to adapt with you not being able to play?
Well, the standard is the standard. We have created a culture here that is special in this league, and it's something that I really care about. When I got traded here, the only guy that's still here from that group is TJ, and there wasn't much of a culture here. Coach Rick and the staff were helping build that, and I think we've done a great job, and that's not changing. So just because I'm not playing, we're still going to play fast, still going to pick up full court, play with the infectious joy and energy that we always do. That doesn't change, and the standard is always going to be the standard. So guys know that, they understand that. But I look forward to seeing a lot of different guys take on different roles. I think that, Jairus and Ben are two guys that are going to have an increased role. Drew is going to have more on-ball responsibilities. So I look forward to seeing him balance, doing more on the offensive end and still being who he is defensively. Now it's going to be hard to be guarding the best player every night and take, handling majority of on-ball responsibilities. So I see his defensive responsibilities maybe decreasing a little bit, but because of who he is, I don't see it being anything drastic, So I look forward to everybody's role changing a little bit. Obviously, change with our big, and so having Isaiah is going to take on a new role. Jay Huff have a new role from what he had last year. James Wiseman, all these guys are going to be on new roles. So I'm definitely excited to see everybody grow, and I think baptism by fire is sometimes the most necessary and the best thing for us as NBA players. So definitely look forward to seeing all the guys take on new roles.
As you've been watching some of these pickup games, is there anybody that's been standing out to you in terms of like growth from last year to this year?
Well, I think a lot of different guys have gotten better in so many different areas. I think if I was to single out a single guy, I would say Johnny Furphy has looked really good. I thought to see him in Summer League, he looked really good. And then I think he's just been a gym rat, since then. He went back to Australia right after Summer League, and he's been back for a while. He was one of the first guys back with me. And that's just who Furf is. He lives in the weight room, lives in the gym. So it's great to see him, doing what he's doing and kind of growing into his own as an NBA player. And I look forward to, seeing what year 2 looks like for him.
Tyrese, what's up? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I know your teammates, they have the utmost respect for you, and I know what happened in OKC. They were all devastated. That being said, what is your message to these guys on this team that know they don't have their leader out there with them this year? Talk me through that, and just like, what are you saying to the guys to encourage them to get it done this year?
Yeah, I think just like what I just kind of said, the standard is the standard. It doesn't matter if I suit up or if I don't. We've created a culture here that matters to me and matters to a lot of people as Indiana fans and matters to every guy in that locker room. And so I think when you have something special like that, you have to cherish that and take care of that. And so the fact that I'm not playing doesn't change anything. Guys are still expected to show up to work, put in the work, do all the same things. And with me not playing, obviously I can't necessarily control what's going on the court a ton, but I can control the culture that's being set here and what the standard is and making sure that that's maintained. So just being able to continuously use my voice. I think it's going to be interesting without me playing. I think Pascal and me are kind of the vocal guys on this team. And, with me being out, Drew and Aaron and TJ and Obi are kind of having to step into that leader role a little bit more. And all those guys aren't necessarily the most vocal guys. And that's something that me and Drew talk about a lot because you can go a long time, and I've been telling people, like, Drew's been posting his voice on social media. I'm sure there's a lot of people who've never heard his voice before. So he leads in a different way, and that's okay. And I think when we're on the floor, he does a great job of using his voice. He has to, because you can't be an elite defender and do what he does on a nightly basis without using his voice as much as he does. So I think that for him, me and him have talked a lot about, for him, he's going to have to increase that a little bit more, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to be there to help him get his point across and do what he can. But I think he'll do a great job of that. And I look forward to seeing him grow in that role and look forward to seeing a lot of different guys step up in different ways.
Tyrese, as you look back, a few months ago, what was that run like for you to see how the city responded, the fans responded? As you look back now, what was that like?
Yeah. I haven't taken a ton of time to reflect. Honestly, it's been hard for me to like look back, watch old games from the playoffs. Like I haven't, to be honest, I haven't watched a single playoff game since Game 7. It's been tough. It's been tough. I think that as time has went on, and I've been able to go around the city more and move around and go places. There's been a lot of people who have, come up to me and shown love for what we did this past year, and you can just feel the love and the excitement in our city. And I think I've seen that through my shoe release and through just had Haliburton a couple days ago, and there were so many fans there, and just the love that I've gotten, that I've received personally from the city has been second to none. And you're seeing that now with the Colts having so much success. The Fever are a game away from going to the finals, right? And so it's been really cool to see what's happening in Indiana right now, just in sports in general. I mean, Indiana football is balling. Purdue basketball is looking to be good this year. I think that it's just a special time for Indiana sports, and I would like to think that we were kind of the catalyst for that. But, I mean, maybe that's not – I mean, Purdue's basketball was pretty good last year. The Fever were exciting last year. We were exciting the year before. So I think that it's just an exciting time to be an Indiana sports fan. And what we did was very special, and it's something that I'll cherish for a long time. I don't think that I'm quite yet prepared to go back and watch games just because it's hard for me because of, the way it ended and all those things. But, it's something I think about a lot and something that I'll cherish for a long time. But I look forward to creating many more memories that, hopefully overtake that in the future. But I know it'll be hard because that was something very special. And it's not something that I want to, forget necessarily. Not at all. I want to remember that for the rest of my life because that was the most fun I've ever had playing basketball. And we did some very historic things. And but I think that the goal for me is to create many more memories for Indiana sports fans and myself personally, that surpass this. So, if that answers your question.